Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. First of all, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
And are you going to start when do you start?
I start in end of October.
Oh, that's good. Are you taking any break?
Yeah, so my job finishes at the end of August, and then I have 8 weeks off afterwards, a career break. So that'll be nice.
Yes. Yeah. It's fantastic. Great. So tell me about your Bradford interview first.
So the Bradford interview felt very standard. So pretty
Yeah.
much everything you said would come up came up. So the first question was, surprisingly, there was no college rep, which I was surprised by.
So somebody else must be playing it, having two hats.
Yeah, so it was, so there was the head of department, and then there was the other one of the glaucoma consultants from that department, and then there was the chief. Well, it's like the chief medical officer, but there was the nurse, so whatever. But yeah, chief executive, then
Yeah.
someone high up in HR, and then a lay representative. So there are 5 people.
Okay. Bit small. Bit
So
small.
it was a small panel.
Yeah.
So it was a bit different, but it was fine in person. So I come into a room, my presentation's already there, so I do the presentation, and then they had no questions, and then they asked me, so tell me about your CV and your portfolio. So I just went through everything. Then had a clinical question next, and that was absolutely fine. And then had question on what does equality, diversity, inclusion mean to you. Then there's a question on not clinical governance. It was on information governance. So the key principles and what are the principles behind it. And I read up on the Data Protection Act and the GDPR. So I was happy with that. That wasn't a problem at all. Then they asked me about a time when I'd saved or improved efficiency.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that
pretty
was
standard.
yeah, so there's pretty standard, and then there was something about some things going wrong in the department. There's some patients, the higher complication rates than expected. What would you do? And then they kept pushing me. Okay, well, this is not taken seriously. And Venture, I did say, well, I'd think about the GMC, and I think they were happy with that right at the end. But they kept pushing me about that. There's one other question, but again, it felt quite standard, and that was the end of it. And then at the end, they said, okay, well, we'll need to deliberate, and then we'll let you know. So hopefully by the end of the day, and then said, actually, if you wait a few minutes, we'll probably let you know quite quickly. And then I went out, and then 2 minutes later, they just all came and said, yeah, you scored extremely highly, and we're all very impressed. Do you want the job?
Well done. Within minutes. That's very fast. Sounds like during interview they already decided that's the person we want. So.
Yes, so I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, that was the other. They also asked me about my logbook, about my surgery, my complication rates. I keep track of it, and I kept all that and how to compare. So they asked me about that. So do I audit my own standards? And yes, so that was the other question. So yeah, it was a very standard and simple interview. Honestly,
anything you found difficult? I mean, it sounds like everything was pretty standard and it was cakewalk. To be honest, what you're saying is easy and simple. Is not everybody else would feel like that. Sounds like you were prepared for these questions.
Yeah,
you were ready.
it was very helpful doing all the interview prep with you, because nothing drew me. Everything they threw at me, even though they kept pushing me, I had more to go and keep going. So I didn't feel particularly stretched by it. And I thought, if I don't get the interview, then the standards are absurd, because I thought I got all the questions absolutely fine.
Okay. And what would you say to anyone who is preparing for consultant interview?
Your course is very helpful for that. But yeah, a lot of the standard things come up. I don't know, doing a course is very helpful, but only if the standard things come up. I think all the information you gave was very applicable for England, but for Wales it felt very different because it was very technical. Yeah. They did not ask any questions at all. And that's
thank you. Yeah. And how do you feel Career for Doctors supported you?
Sorry?
How do you feel you were supported by Career for Doctors?
And I felt supported. It was very helpful. The questions were in line with what they asked me, and the format of the interview as well. So it definitely kept me prepared for what's going to come up.
So first of all, congratulations and thank you. And so pleased with you. Well done.
Thanks.